Hey guys, welcome back. It's been a while since I dropped a video, but I'm gonna give you a recap on how prep started, where we're at now. We are almost at the 5-week out mark. I'll give you the little rollback on that, everything that led up to this point, and then take you through the rest of the prep. First, I'm gonna show you some outfits that I got from TLF. This is the Tampa multi-back sports bra. This is one way to wear the back. I'll show you in another color of the top that you can crisscross it. And then these are the matching shorts. They're the 4-inch Tempo workout shorts. Sculpted back here. 4-inch is my favorite to train in because any longer and I look like a boy. But these are my favorite. They're super flattering. I'm in a small top, medium bottoms, and I wear mediums prep and off season. So this is the set, and it's spring. So I tried to switch it up with the colors that I got. Same outfit, just different colors. Hot pink bottoms, Oxford top. And this is the backs. Crossed, they're adjustable tops, so you can adjust it to how you need. I don't have a chest, but I do have lats. So most of the bras I wear a small. Some of them I'll size up, especially in the off season, to a medium because of my lats, and it'll squeeze too tight, and sometimes I can't get the smalls off. Here we have two different pieces. This top is hot pink, matches the 4-inch shorts that I just showed you. This back does not crisscross, so the straps are adjustable, but this is the only way that you can wear them. But it does clasp in the front, so this is convenient to wear in off season, especially small top again, and it fits my lats pretty well. I am about 10-ish pounds from stage right now, so I'm heavier in the off season. And then these are the same shorts that I just showed you, but in the 6-inch length. So still the sculpted back. Waistline is pretty stretchy. These are a medium that fit me the entire time, fluctuating between stage, off stage. I love these. I do usually pull them up some because I feel like when they're down, I look like a boy. All right, I'm gonna show you some legging options. So these are super cute. They do have the scrunch butt. They're a medium. In the leggings, I do pretty much wear medium in all of the brands that I wear. I have trained in these. I don't typically train in leggings as a whole, but they do stay in place. I just get really hot. We live in Houston. It's like 90+ degrees, and we train in a warehouse gym. So usually I wear these just as like athleisure wear, but this top is one of my favorites. It's very secure, has a lot of support, and it's super cute. The back crisscrosses, it looks really cute if you train back. I don't train back, but here's this, and then we'll do one more. So here we have the bodysuit shorts. I'll be completely transparent. You will not usually find me in a bodysuit in the off season. Don't usually feel comfortable in them, but this fabric is super movable, super stretchy, moves with my physique. A medium again. It's like business in the front, party in the back. So the back is super low cut, crosses back here, very flattering, super cute when you're training. I've also worn this just to events, to shows, and we're just attending. So yeah, I'm really in love with their stuff. You'll typically find me training it the majority of the time. And if you want to get some things, they are having a sale. You can use my link below. All right, let's catch up on prep. All right, y'all. So we're 5 weeks out. Really 5 weeks and 2 days. Today's Friday the 30th. I'm gonna try to get this up as quickly as possible. We're gonna try to do some very old school limited editing via me. If you know me, I am not good with technology. So I'll learn as I go, but I'm trying to get you guys caught up, get these videos rolling back out, and then we'll get back to the very cinematic videos from Jake and Carter for show day weekend and peak week and all of that. Let's rewind. So the show that we planned to initially do, we picked out Tampa Pro and Texas Pro. They're both in August. So one is August, Tampa was like August 2nd, and then Texas Pro was gonna be like August 9th. So we started prep about 16 weeks out, started pulling triggers. I was responding really well. Most of you guys know Martin competed at the Pittsburgh Pro, and Boss, my coach, Stefan Kienzel, is from Austria, but he came in, he had several guys competing. So, let me get some water. I'm back. Okay. So he had several guys competing. He flew in, peeked them in person. Cool. We all stayed, Martin and I and William Bonack and Boss all stayed in the same Airbnb. So during that trip, we did in-person check-ins. I was in prep 2. He looked at me and from there decided that we'd probably be ready early. We could push a little harder and get ready for the Big Man Evolution Pro, which is in Portugal, and that moved my timeline up by 4 weeks. So I went from 12 weeks out that weekend to 8 weeks out. He did let me celebrate with Martin. Martin placed 3rd at Pittsburgh, got a meal with him, and then straight back to the plan, back to cardio because we were 8 weeks out. So since then, I think when we went to Pittsburgh, I had checked in at like 162. I was 154.8 this morning, in way better condition at this point, 5 weeks out from a show compared to this point last year for any of the shows that I did. So since the Olympia, we focused on growing glutes, growing hamstrings a little bit. We had not been training quads to failure, we're still training them. I was still doing leg extensions, barbell squats, all of that stuff. And not pushing to failure, really just trying to maintain, and my quads still grew. So we decided to pull quad training out completely. That sounds crazy, wellness not training quads, right? But the majority of wellness girls are quad dominant. So that's my situation. My quads have always overpowered. And at this point, we're just trying to get in glutes and hamstrings to match my quads. And if I lose a little bit of density in my quads in that process, it's okay. My feedback from all of the shows that I did last year, and especially the Olympia, was not to grow my quads. So they did grow a little bit. I wouldn't say that they're too much for the division, but if I lost a little, I wouldn't be in a bad position. So that's our approach now. My cardio is still just 25 minutes fasted every day. And then I'm training every other day still. That's what I was doing last year. But since Pittsburgh, which was about 3 weeks ago, I haven't been doing quads directly at all. So in that case, I'm switching every other day, one day doing hamstrings, off day, glutes, off day, hamstrings, off day, so on and so forth. And that could get a little bit boring. So at this point, I know what exercises work for me. I have been improving my glute engagement. That's why my glutes have lagged in the past, as I haven't had the best engagement with them. So that's improved, and I kind of go into my workout knowing what I'm hitting and then choose my exercises as I go. Doing a lot of RDLs. I've been doing them on the Prep Brain. It's a row machine. If you've seen my Instagram, you've seen the reel that I did about the RDLs on the row machine. But basically, my lower back is very dominant when I'm pulling. So it helps me take my erectors out of it, helps me atrophy my erectors a little bit. That helps with my waistline, and really just target glutes and hamstrings. I've been doing a lot of unilateral work, unilateral on the hip thrust machine. Sometimes RDLs, if I have a V squat, I do them really well on that. I've been doing Bulgarian split squats, kickbacks, and my favorite right now that I'm feeling the most engagement with is unilateral like hip press. I'm actually doing it on a squat press, but my foot is high on the plate and toe turned out, and getting the most stretch that I can in the bottom in my glute, and then pressing from my glute, keeping the tension the entire time. I took barbell squats out completely. I took leg extensions out completely. I still do abductors and adductors, and lying hamstring curls and things like that. But those are my bread and butter movements. So I'll try to get some videos in here of what my training looks like. It is kind of redundant because I'm only training 2 body parts at this point. I'm trying not to hold much weight at all in my hands so that my shoulders don't grow anymore. That was a hard no since Miami last year, not to grow my delts, that they could come down, not to pump them backstage. So we've really been implementing that and it's shown progress. My delts have come down and we'll keep it rolling. I have had the prep things, my energy's lower at this point. My recovery took a bit of a hit, so I've had to stay on top of that, getting into bed on time, doing Epsom salt baths. I've increased the EAAs, so usually I was only drinking intra-workout. Now I'm doing EAAs even on my off day. Increased my water a little bit. I got a little relaxed on that, and that's not something that we want. So back to like 4 or 5 liters of water a day. Keeping my step count high, just staying busy throughout the day, and then when I need downtime, I take it. My routine at home has gotten a little bit different. Just sometimes I don't get the dishes done at the end of the day. I do them the next morning. Rearrange things as you need to maximize your prep is my best advice. But that's a little recap on where we're at. Yeah, so I'm learning Portuguese, slowly but surely trying to learn it so that I'll be able to talk to some of the girls backstage. We all know that Brazilians dominate wellness right now and Brazilians speak Portuguese. And then also we're going to Portugal. So it'll be nice if that can help us navigate a little bit while we're there. We'll spend peak week in Portugal, do the show on a Sunday, July 6th. And then we'll spend a couple days there exploring the country after, since we haven't been there. Of course, we have to get some sightseeing in and get some good food. And then we do still plan to do some shows in the States. So once we have that plan nailed down after Portugal, I will let you guys know so you can keep up. But Portugal does usually have a live stream. When I have that link, I will share it on my stories and stuff. I'll put it in the YouTube as soon as I have it. And that's where we're at. So this one will be short, but I'll get better and I hope you guys follow along.